Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension, and if you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. Today what we are doing is, and I'm running a little bit late on this because I wasn't sure if I was even going to do it, but I decided, I'm going to do it. So here we are with your pick a card week ahead reading, but this is more not really a week ahead. This is for any time that it resonates with you, and it's going to be a one card, and it's going to be out of the Earth Warriors Oracle guidebook by Alana Fairchild, which I love. It's a blue angel, and what it says about this deck, because here's the actual card boxes. Rise of the Soul Tribe of Sacred Guardians and Inspired Visionaries, Earth Warriors. I think now is the perfect time for this. So I'm going to have you choose either pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. Please remember that this is a general reading. If it resonates with you, wonderful. If it doesn't, then just throw it away, okay? And so let's just get started. If you chose 1. Let me just put it right here. Well, let me bring it up really close for you to take a really good look at it first. Pachamama, she with the Andean emerald heart. Beautiful. So what it says for, and these are messages, almost like I think from like Mother Earth herself, you know? All right. Pachamama, the goddess of the earth, honored by the indigenous people of the Andes, holds space for many different creatures to live within her field, including the crazy, beautiful, dangerous, and divine humanity. She knows that life thrives through diversity. She is able to foster life with such genius and generosity because there is no fear preventing her from holding space for the new to emerge. Be open to the new and the different in yourself and your life. Trust, like the Earth Mother. As an act of devotion, she is watching over you as you evolve to manifest the fullness of your sacred and original life purpose. The message here, or the spiritual guidance, is: how is it that the boundless diversity of nature interacts as an extraordinary and harmonious ecosystem, rather than dropping into a melee of competing interest, destructive conflict, or soul-deadening copycat conformity? It is all a question of holding space for it. The more diverse the input into any field, the more potential there is for conflict. Yes, but also for creative innovation. Through our differences, we can bring out the best in each other. We could also allow differences to bring out the worst in each other if we do so, allowing them to close us down out of fear. We would stifle the uniqueness of the soul. If we cannot hold space for increasing diversity, we risk extinguishing our creative passion for originality. And then the energy, excitement, and evolution that uniqueness evokes will be lost. Those of us in positions of spiritual leadership and sacred guardianship desire a more vitalizing outcome for our communities. That means that we need to tend to the way that we hold space. For such an invisible concept, holding space has an extraordinary power. To tap into that power, we need to understand that we cannot hold for another what we cannot hold for ourselves. It has been said in Buddhist wisdom teachings that without compassion for the self, there can never ever truly be compassion for another. Modern psychology teaches us that we cannot love another before learning how to love ourselves. This is empowering and means that we can grow as capable new world leaders and guardians of communities through the work that we do within. It is reassuring to remember that the more that we are able to hold a space for ourselves, the more that we become a presence in which others can also flourish. As you do your inner work, your presence can create sacred space that is constructive, potent, and transformative. Like ripples in the pond of consciousness, which emanate outward from the center. The space that you hold within can create a freeing and uplifting consciousness, palpable in its effect. This will have a potential reach far beyond what you may expect. As we grow in our role of sacred guardianship on this planet, the space that we hold for ourselves and the world becomes more potent and important. That space can become a way for diversity to be either a beautiful orchestra or a cacophony of chaos. I'm not sure. The outcome depends on our ability to hold a sacred feminine presence that allows for differences to be integrated into oneness, whilst understanding that oneness has nothing to do with sameness. You have the ability to bring great life to the souls of this world through honoring your own soul's journey. Don't underestimate the importance of your inner work, nor the healing effect it initiates in the world. That's beautiful. So that was number 1. And if you chose pile 2, and I will be putting timestamps down below. Let me show you. Let me get up close there. Pau, guardian of the Amaku, or Makua. Look at all that wisdom. No matter how compelling an experience of challenge, darkness, or defeat may seem, you have divine protection and the promise of safe passage through to the dawn. You will see and hear truth of the light. You shall not be alone on this journey. Soul guides now help you find your true north. If you have been proceeding along a dangerous path, even unknowingly, Pau will navigate you safely away from evil and ill wishing, guiding you back to your higher purpose and sacred path. So the spiritual guidance is through the form of Pau, the guardian owl of Hawaii. Invisible help from the spiritual world is with you, guiding and protecting you through spiritual warfare, seen and unseen. The concept of being in battle may seem far removed from what it is, for many modern people, a fairly comfortable daily existence. Yet when we feel blocked from fulfilling our life purpose, whether due to a busy schedule, inner doubts, external obstacles, or some other unknown reason, hopefully he won't keep going. Spiritual warfare is exactly what is taking place. Pau comes to you with powerful protection for your soul during spiritual battle. Even when you cannot sense the spiritual light, it is with you, taking the form of allies in the realm of nature, soul, and spirit to secure your safe passage through challenge and into fulfillment. The Hawaiian legend of Pau tells the story of a man, and I'm sorry if I keep on pronouncing that incorrectly, I'm just really not sure. A wahoo who robbed an owl's nest. Let me say that again because I kind of screwed it up. The Hawaiian legend of Pau tells the story of a man, a wahoo, I think, who robbed an owl's nest. Upon hearing the sadness of the owl's protest, he was overcome by compassion and turned the precious items to the nest, revering the owl as a sacred creature worthy of respect and protection, honoring her as a divine being. This was considered blasphemous by the ruling lawmen, and Oahu's execution was ordered. As the execution was about to take place, owls began to gather, darkening the sky with their wings, making it impossible for the executioner to see or act. And Oahu walked free, protected by the sacred feminine that he had chosen to protect. As spiritual beings, we have great power to take from this world, to use and exploit the feminine world of soul and nature to suit our own personal agendas. Yet when we honor the soul realm as sacred, protect the feminine, and recognize her divinity, we can trust in her generosity and assistance in return. When we forego disrespect and theft, she will answer us with extraordinary reward. Wow comes as a reminder that the soul realm of the divine feminine is real, powerfully active and influential in the earthly realm. Though impediments and restraints that have been imposed on you by the physical world may seem intimidating, and your mind may become enraged and want to dominate circumstances in response, Pau brings reassurance. She is capable of overcoming the odds against you, freeing you to live the life that you are spiritually destined to live. Have faith in that which you know to be sacred, even when those around you cannot recognize its true nature. When the Divine Mother comes to you as Pau, she also brings a warning to pay attention to anything that would undermine your joy, your sense of effectiveness in your purpose, and anything or anyone that provides distraction or drains your vitality. Claim your right to life and win the spiritual battle by honoring the necessity of your own soul expression. Allow her to use her lethal talents and unparalleled skills in the hunt to locate and destroy any influence that would lead to your demise. Be willing to trust, let go and change course, or affirm your current path and let nothing derail your progress, according to your inner soul guidance at this time. Beautiful. And if you chose pile 3, well, let me hold it up here for you. Anjana Durga, power of the good. Look at how beautiful that is. This is such a powerful deck. All right, let me find it here. I love Alana Fairchild. Power of the good. You need never lose faith in the power of good. You need never lose faith in how much you can accomplish as an independent and inspired individual in this world. You need never believe that you are alone or without divine protection. You need never fear evil. The third eye of the Divine Mother sees all things, is ever watchful and ever just. She births through holy vision the manifest power of good in all realms. Her gaze is upon you now. Trust her. Spiritual guidances. In the Hindu pantheon of divine beings, Durga shines bright as a powerful warrior goddess and protector of the good and true. She is the unified potency of all divine forces of goodness against negativity and evil. An icon for independence and divine power of the light, Durga is the solar mother who shines light, restores order, and protects the human soul by destroying impurities such as jealousy, hatred, anger, and selfishness. She is creative, inventive, responsive, and powerful. Once, a particularly adept demon looked like he was getting the upper hand in battle with her, so Durga promptly birthed Kali out of her third eye. Kali, the black goddess, ferociously destroyed the demon immediately. Durga is the invincible one. The Sanskrit word Durga means fort, a place that is protected in battle and unable to be overcome. Durga's power animal is the tiger, indicating her unlimited power to protect virtue and destroy evil. She is bright. She is swift. She is unconquerable goodness. When Durga comes into view, you have been fighting against negative energies at some level of your being, whether obviously in the world or more deeply within your own soul. If you do not acknowledge this, you may fall prey to unnecessary confusion and self-doubt, believing that the issue is solely a psychological matter to deal with. Rather, it is a spiritual issue requiring divine intervention and protection, which is now offered to you. It is helpful to remember that evil is not about people, but about the forces that operate through them with ill intent. Durga is an extinguishable light, and she is rising within you now. Her presence reminds you of the light that is divine and true, and therefore cannot ever be subject to any lesser power, such as hate, fear, jealousy, spite, or greed. No matter how intimidating an opponent or situation may seem, they are no match for the sacred rage of the divine goddess of light and justice, who vanishes, or I should say vanquishes, the evil that haunts their souls and perpetuates distress. Durga is your ally, your divine weapon, your refugee your refuge, not refugee, my apologies, and your vital energy for sacred purpose. Do not allow yourself to be intimidated. You can be confident within yourself and go about your work. You need not explain yourself or justify your actions to anyone other than the divine and your own heart. Do not turn away from any obstacle. Believe in the power of the divine to clear the path for you, and the path shall be cleared. Believe that you are held in the fort of divine light. Let that confidence and trust in the divine goodness, or the divine goddess of goodness, radiate out of you like a shining sun that fills your heart, your mind, and your belly. If your confidence has diminished because of past attacks or encounters with those who are so toxic that they cannot or will not recognize the difference between constructive communication and verbal, emotional, psychic, or physical abuse, then take heart. You are blessed with divine intervention, protection, and healing. Your confidence and sense of personal and spiritual power shall be fully restored and will actually increase through this experience of healing. You shall discover the peace and confidence that comes from the realization that love can never be conquered. My God, that's so powerful. You guys, I just have major goosebumps. I love this deck so much. I can't even tell you. Powerful, powerful. And if you chose pile 4. Oh, let me show you. Mama Quila. Mandala of the Moon. Look at how beautiful that is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. You know what? I'm going to put it right here. There we go. Right in the center. Let me find it here. Mandala of the Moon. I, the Lunar Mother, bring you my mandala of the moon to manifest through the law of magnetic attraction. My mandala is the sacred portal through which your dreams, intentions, and vision shall pass into the wholeness of being, from the realm of inspiration into the world of form on earth. There is no need to doubt or concern, for even the appearance of delay signifies that the divine feminine mystery is at work. With timing unfolding according to a higher, loving wisdom. Trust that what is falling away is meant to be, whilst you have faith in new divine works being born. The spiritual guidance is, when we are very focused on something that we want to have happen, we can become impatient and try to control the process. We may logically assume which steps should come next, and if that fails to fall into place, as we expected it would, we make further incorrect assumptions, such as believing that if our plan has not worked out according to our current expectations, then that somehow must mean that it won't work out at all. The Lunar Mother is telling your soul that she knows of your intent. She is saying that you are permitted by the divine to create what is that you want to bring to life upon the earth, but that there are cycles of creation that must be honored. She reminds you to trust in the sacred feminine wisdom expressed in the idea that it is darkest before the dawn. This wisdom is symbolically enacted in the natural world, whereby an ending and the uncertainty that can accompany it, the night, must fall before the new cycle of creation, the day, can begin. On a practical level, this guidance asks us to keep the faith, acting when we can act, and resting when we can rest. It guides us to not lose heart, even during times where not much seems to be happening. New Age circles often espouse the wisdom of following the path of least resistance based on the Tao philosophy of ancient China. This wise teaching is often misinterpreted to mean that if things get difficult, one is on the wrong path. That would be a most unhelpful creed to live by, as it would cause you to turn away whenever things become challenging rather than staying true to your path, no matter what may come. A more useful interpretation of that wisdom is to not resist the natural cycle of creation. This means accepting the symbolic night, during which we cannot act, we cannot see. We have to rest and be patient, having faith that the day will dawn at the right time. So we do not insist that things manifest immediately according to our personal opinion about how, why, when, and where. Instead, we believe that the universe honors our right to create and is working with us intelligently to bring to life the yearnings of our hearts. The divine has a destiny intended for you. When you surrender, you are led into it. Your spiritual destiny has been crafted for you alone by the source that created you, who knows you with extraordinary and unconditionally loving intimacy and wishes for your complete fulfillment with a passion that is both tender and fierce. We do all that we can do, and yet we know that we don't have to attempt to direct the divine and its mysterious workings of love. Let the Divine Mother evoke peace and reassurance for your mind and heart as you realize that her divine promise is here for you now. All things come in time, and for all things, including your dreams, there is a season. Beautiful. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. You know, hopefully, at the very least, these messages I feel that are coming from our higher self or our mass consciousness, our earth energy right now, are giving you a little bit of insight maybe, and you know, just helping you to get through the day and find the joys in life and do what you can do and just leave the rest behind. And you know what? I love you guys, and I am sending you love and light.